Hello,
Hey, everybody.
welcome.
Hey, everyone. So, if you're new around here, I am Hillary Buchholz, and I'm here with Patty Quinn, and we are the co-founders of We Heart Hounds. And we're so excited because we also have a very special guest with us here today.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a really fun conversation. And stay till the end because we have some amazing announcements at the end. I'm really excited to share with you as well. But before we get to that, we obviously need to introduce the man of the hour, Alex McKinnon from Kinn Incorporated. They are the creators of the Kleanbowl and some beautifully designed pet products that really help improve the quality of life for pet parents, their pups, and the planet. And we're super excited to have you with us today, Alex. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you both for having me. I'm so excited to be here today and to get to know a little bit more about your audience.
Yeah, and they're excited to know more about you, I'm sure.
Yep. So kind of following along with that theme, I love how innovative and amazing your products are. If you could tell us a little bit about how you got started and the inspiration behind the Kleanbowl and what you're doing at Kinn Inc.
Absolutely. Well, we started our company in 2012, and my background is in innovation and design. I worked 12 years in Germany, Spain, Denmark, the US, Canada, around the world for a German company called Braun, and I led cross-functional teams in design and innovation. And that said, about the time of starting the company, my wife and I were adopted by two third chance rescue terrier mixed pups in Irvine, California, from the Irvine Animal Care Center called Erin and Skye. And Erin is Gaelic for Ireland, and Skye is from the Isle of Skye in Scotland. Oh. So when we adopted these pups, we started to, or they adopted us, excuse me.
Lucky you.
we started to learn a lot more about them, and since my DNA is kind of like design and innovation, we met with a bunch of veterinarians. We started asking about different health problems and basically what were the unmet needs. And so we formed a small company, and we still have our designer and our supply chain and other resources in Southern California. And the two problems that we initially started to work on, we were told that getting dogs and cats to take pills is quite a challenge. And so that's one problem we've been working on. And the other one is there appear to be multiple unmet needs related to pet bowls, including poor hydration, suboptimal nutrition, as well as oral plaque. So that's kind of how we got started. And from the beginning, we collaborated because we're a values-driven company, just like you guys are driven by values. And we were told that nobody ever remembers more than three things at once. So we picked our three values, which are innovation, sustainability, and trust. And we got started in 2012, and we've had quite a ride. And again, we're just very excited and grateful to be here today.
That's great. Well, so what is the inspiration behind your, I can see it in front of you there, the Kleanbowl, right? Can you explain what it is and kind of where the idea came? I think it's genius. Like, where did the idea come about for this amazing, innovative dog bowl or cat bowl, pet bowl, right?
Yep.
Sure. Well, basically, it's about the four pillars of sustainability. And the four pillars are healthier pets, people, planet, and making everybody more prosperous.
Yeah.
That's the way we define it. And so everything that we work on is about making pets healthier, trying to make people and society more sustainable, making the planet more sustainable, and then helping society in terms of prosperity. And we learned again a lot from veterinarians and others, and basically we learned that the average pet bowl has over 1 million germs in them. And we have the data in the research, but I don't think you guys want to hear mind-numbing research. We go to tell stories, but just as a high level, there are over 1 million germs in virtually every pet bowl. Dishwashers don't get hot enough to kill all the germs.
Okay.
And again, we have the research, that's viruses as well as bad bacteria are not all killed by dishwashers. And because dogs and cats can smell viruses and bacteria,
Oh, right.
there are several health issues that come out of ordinary pet bowls. First of all, if that dogs and cats can smell the germs in there, and that deters them from drinking enough water. And dogs and cats are 80% water, and you and I are 60%. So a lot of them are smelling this bacteria or viruses, and they're not drinking enough water. It also deters some of them from eating enough food. And there are people out there that say germs, it doesn't matter. My dog eats poop out of the neighbor's yard. And you know what? We respect everybody's point of view. But what is true is the number one determinant of how long dogs and cats live is oral health. And basically, to the degree they get more and more oral plaque, that's going to shorten their lifespan up to 4 years. And so one of the things that we were focusing on is how do we reduce oral plaque. And so the way this product works, so this is a stainless steel frame. It has a non-skid bottom. It comes in 4 different sizes. And this is a sugar cane fiber bowl. That's 100% compostable, 100% recyclable. And when you put this on top of this,
look at that.
Now, spillproof. You can use it for water. You can use it for food. You can use it for
it won't shift around or anything because of the rubber on the bottom.
Correct. Yes.
That's great.
And so it makes it spill proof. And basically, because when sugarcane fiber is harvested, they pull the sugar out. We send these to FDA compliant factories, which mold them into these shapes in a sterile environment. So when you fill this up with water or food, dogs and cats can smell there are no germs.
Yeah.
So they're going to drink more water. They're going to eat more food. And they might say, well, Alex, why were you talking about oral plaque? Well, every time a dog or a cat drinks or eats, they drop their tongue down into their bowl, and the oral plaque from their mouth goes down in there. So it kind of coats the bowl.
Okay.
And the two ways that we help reduce oral plaque is, number one, when you compost or recycle this, you're getting rid of all the bacteria and viruses, including oral plaque.
Okay.
And then when they smell that it's germ-free water, they drink more water, which rinses away more plaque before it hardens on their teeth. And to be honest with you, the oral plaque, we were cognizant of it, working on it, but it was kind of an accident that we discovered that it really worked so well. We had a groomer come up to us at a trade show and said, wow, I took my dog to the vet, and the vet asked, what are you doing for your dog? Your dog's teeth are now a lot cleaner. So we weren't smart enough to figure out years ahead how to do that, but it's a nice benefit that came out of it. And
absolutely. So for pet parents at home, if you're feeling like when you rinse your bowl out or wash that bowl out, if you feel like there's that film, right? That little slick film, that's exactly the stuff that this bowl will eliminate the problem of, right? That's the bacteria and the plaque and all of that stuff that's just coating the base of that bowl and obviously infecting or not making the water or food as clean as it could be, right? So that's what problem you're eliminating.
Absolutely. Some of you may have noticed with what a lot of people do is with water bowls is they fill it up with water and the dog or cat empties it and they just keep refilling it with water without cleaning it out. And what happens is that bacteria within about 24 hours will morph into different things, including kind of that pink slime you can see.
Yeah.
And again, you might just say, well, why don't you just use hot water and soap and use a dishwasher? And you can, and that's great. But again, it's not always going to remove all of it. And you might say, well, is it really worth it to buy these? And that's where we came up with something that I think we'll talk about a little bit later, which is the Kleanbowl challenge.
Yeah. I have a real quick question. Sorry, Hillary, just about the bowl itself. How long do the inserts, or do those get replaced daily? Like, is that how long? Or I'm guessing you use one a day, right? Is that Is that the idea?
Yeah, well, the short answer is yes.
Okay.
So for basically for water, you you can fill this up with water, put it on your kitchen counter, and it will never leak. It'll just evaporate. So these will hold water until it evaporates.
Okay.
The reason we recommend that you replace them for water about every day is because the bacteria from your dog or your cat
Yep.
is still going to be
Yep.
falling in there.
Yep.
And even though it comes from their own mouth, after about 24 hours, they'll be able to smell it,
Yep.
and it'll slow down their
Okay.
drinking it. And for food, again, it's a free country, and we're very grateful to live here. So people will do what they want to do. Some people with kibble or dry food will use this as long as they want to.
Okay.
However, when you get into raw food or really wet food, it gets kind of disgusting regardless of
Yeah.
what bowl
Yeah.
you're using if you don't replace it that often.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we also designed it so there's a hole in it so you can pick this up,
That's
take it,
nice.
put it over the recycling, and just drop it in to make
Yep.
it easier to get rid of it.
Yeah. Or even just carrying it, especially like water, if it's full, it's nice to have that little handle. So you're not going to try and tip it and spill it, or as you're setting it down, it's nice to have that little handle there, which is helpful. Okay. Thank you. I just want to know a little bit more. So basically the recommendation is daily, right? Or, just if you really truly want to keep your dog's mouth and health as fresh as can be, as healthy as can be. The recommended is daily. Okay, that sounds good. And the package, is that for like 30 days that you've got there?
Well, this is a package of 50, and
Okay.
you might be wondering how much these cost. For 50, well, this is the 16 ounce. These are $14.95
Okay.
for 50 of these. There's
that's not
smaller
bad at all.
ones that are 8 ounce, which for 50 are $12.45.
Yeah.
And
So they come
then-
in different sizes based on the size of your pup, right? On your pup's needs, which is nice too.
Yeah, and then the biggest one, which is the most expensive, these are $19.95 for 50.
Okay.
And basically, the reason we have 4 different sizes is they're different sized dogs, they're
Yep.
different sized cats. For example, there's one that's kind of low profile because flat-faced dogs like boxers and other,
Yeah.
they find it far easier to eat out of our bowl.
Okay.
And for those of you who have cats out there, I don't know if you're aware of a phenomenon called whisker stress. And when a cat tries to put her or his face down in certain bowls, if the whiskers touch the side, it kind of freaks them out and they don't eat as much. So that's the reason one of ours, the 24 ounce, is very low profile, very shallow, so
Okay.
that cats can eat in peace.
Wow. You think of everything.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
I did want to ask too about the sustainability part of it, because it's a little bit counterintuitive if you're looking at these bowls and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be using one of these a day. But the fact that you've also brought like that portion into, the plan for how to make these super sustainable as well.
Well, that's a great question, and it is counterintuitive. What most people say is, ooh, you're creating waste.
Right.
You're buying something and you're throwing it away. And we're very sensitive to that. And basically, when we were designing this product together with some veterinarians in Southern California, we learned about this material called Bag S, or sugarcane fiber. And the reasons that we decided to go with it, which is this, is typically when sugarcane is harvested from the fields, they bring it in, they extract the sugar that people put in their coffee or tea, and then they typically burn the residual fiber, which creates air pollution. So instead of burning them, we take the residual fiber, again, we send it to our FDA compliant factories who mold them into these shapes. And then when you buy these and at your home, when you recycle these with paper curbside to make it very easy, you were not only preventing somebody from burning sugarcane, which reduces air pollution, you were also preventing somebody from cutting down more trees because you're replacing the use of virgin materials.
Yep.
And believe it or not, so we're also proud members of the Pet Sustainability Coalition, and they did a life cycle analysis. And if you're skeptical, you can go to sustainablepetbowl.com and see this PDF. And to cut to the chase, When you recycle these versus washing, you reduce environmental waste by 122%.
Wow.
By reducing greenhouse gases, electricity, water, and you're also preventing more trees from getting chopped down. So if you're skeptical, hopefully that will help you understand. And if you are that's for recycling. If you're a composter, it's also 100% compostable.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's biodegradable, so that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So another question that I had, I know that giving back, your company does a lot of great work with other charitable organizations. If you could tell us a little bit more about your company's good works. So we got a little preview with some of the sustainability, but yeah, if you could tell us a little bit more.
Sure. Well, our company is a team, so it's not just me. I'll try my best to speak for. So we have people on our team that volunteer all the time for the Alzheimer's Association. We have people that support local and youth symphonies, and because we share these values. But I think maybe two of the most relevant ones for this audience might be, again, the Pet Sustainability Coalition, because they're all about making everything in the pet industry more sustainable. And they mean not only environmentally, but that's why we have the 4 pillars. Mm-hmm. It's pets, it's people, it's the planet, and it's prosperity. And we were we support them financially, and we were very honored to be one of the top 20 most sustainable pet companies in the world.
Wow.
For 2021. And now we have to figure out, well, how are we going to stay on that list for next year? But we're working on that. So, and the Pet Sustainability Coalition are just wonderful people. Mm-hmm. And so we support them financially. They're great. They help us actually design some of our products. And another one, which is totally independent of pets, it's called OPARC. Mm-hmm. And OPARC is an organization based in Southern California that is staffed by 100% of the staff are adults with disabilities.
That's great.
And there are several reasons we work with them. The 3 of us, we're blessed. We have 2 eyes, we have 2 mm-hmm. ears, we have 2 hands. We're very blessed that we have all of this. And some people aren't born that way. Mm-hmm. And so we try to give back. And basically, OPARC does 100% of our product assembly, our product packaging, and our quality control. And over the past year, we've given about 30 adult employees with disabilities the opportunity to have a job.
That's amazing.
And there are at least 2 benefits. One is it feels really good to everybody on our team to support these people. And then because they are a nonprofit, they get grants and other things. So they're also very competitive with the cost. Mm-hmm. So it's a win-win-win. And so OPARC is very important to us. So we think helping people with disabilities is very important. Yeah. And the only other one, third one I'll mention very quickly, because I'm also on the advisory board of IBPSA, which is the International Boarding and Pet Service Association. So if any of you out there ever send your dogs or cats to pet boarding and daycare or grooming facilities, many of them get educational training from IBPSA. So we're proud to help serve them as well.
That's great. And these pet bowls, the Kleanbowls, are fantastic for facilities like that, right? I mean, not only are they keeping lots and lots of dogs and cats healthy, but it's just much easier for the staff. There's less cleanup, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, there's just a ton of benefits for those kinds of facilities as well.
Absolutely. And we're blessed to have lots of amazing pet boarding and daycare clients around the country. And as you just mentioned, it basically reduces the labor time spent cleaning bowls by over 80%. And the good news for all you pet parents out there is they take that time that they just saved and they repurpose it to spend a lot more time with your dog or your cat. Yeah. So they provide better care. And also the employees hate washing bowls. So when they get to spend 80% less time and they'd rather be playing with your dog, it's better for employees.
Who wants to clean dishes when you can play with puppies and kitties?
Exactly. And another important benefit, we're talking about the fact that these are germ-free, is we have clients around the country that have seen noticeable improvements in the reduction of canine diseases spreading around boarding facilities. We had one, Meadow Lake Pet Resort, they have 2 locations in Texas. They reported they've been using our product for about 2 years. They went from about 15 incidents per year where there were canine outbreaks down to 5. So that's about a 67% improvement. But and again, we're not talking to pet boarding, we're talking to pet parents.
Right.
But we do have quite a few facilities that are clients that advertise the fact that they're using the germ-free Kleanbowl because it really does benefit the dog that's visiting them.
For sure. Right. And if anybody's out there that's listening, that's a pet parent, and you do have your dogs or cats boarded or, in grooming facilities that are fairly large, ask them if they have those bowls. And if not, point them in the direction of Kinn, because I think that would be just a wonderful win, right? For not only the facility to acquire those, but also for your own dog, right? To ensure their health and well-being while they're staying there, which I think is a great idea. So I have another quick question for you. We're talking about all the folks out there that are using your bowl. I'd love to know more if you have a story, a favorite customer story to share or anything like that, so that folks can get a better idea of, as being a pet parent, what it's like to have one of those in your house, the Kleanbowls in your house.
Absolutely. So if you ask different people on the Kinn team, you're probably going to get very different answers. But mine is kind of selfish, and that's our own dogs, Aaron and Sky, again, who adopted us. They're third chance rescue terrier mixes, and the reason they're our favorite customer story, again, a lot of this in innovation, a lot of the work is serendipity. A lot of it is by accident. And when we knew we were working on germ-free, but what we really didn't know is how powerful the sense of smell of dogs and cats were. So my wife and I, and by the way, other people on our team, and then we had customers report this, we would take this bowl, it was a prototype, we put it on the ground, and there would be Sky or Aaron's other bowl near us, and then they'd come into the room, and we probably just the day before, serve them water or food out of this other bowl.
Right.
And then they come up and they would smell the other one. They would smell ours. And then they would drink or eat out of this. And we were like, how is that? How is that? And we talked to veterinarians. And so my favorite customer story is how is usually the case. It's usually the dogs helping the humans. We need more of the other. But they really helped us. And then when we go to trade shows, we'd have customers coming up and going, I don't understand what's happening. My dogs are gravitating towards just drinking out of this. Why are they doing that? So Sky and Aaron are our pups, but we have lots of pet parent customers who do the same thing. And a lot of them sign up for subscriptions to just make it even easier to get these delivered automatically. So.
Yeah, and if you go to cleanbowlchallenge.com, and Kleanbowl starts with a K instead of a C, Kleanbowl with a K challenge.com. There's a video that shows you basically testimonial after testimonial. It's a challenge, and another challenge where pet parents are putting a regular bowl with food or water in it and the Kleanbowl with food or water in it right next to each other, and every single time the pet is going right for the Kleanbowl. It's crazy. Like most of them don't even look at the other bowl. They're beelining right for the Kleanbowl, and it's amazing. I think my favorite one is at the end of that video, your Kleanbowl challenge video. You have 2 little dogs, and that each have their own Kleanbowl, and there's a huge, ginormous, like overwhelmingly large bowl full of kibble in the middle, and they both go right for the Kleanbowl, and they just completely ignore this giant bowl of doggy goodness, right? That you would think, right? That would be like the obvious thing for them to just go for. And it's crazy how amazing this is. So, I mean, it is one thing to talk about it, but then when you see it with your eyes, I can imagine with Sky and Aaron for the first time, you're putting those two bowls down and they're going for the Kleanbowl and you're scratching your head going, wow, this is amazing. Like, no wonder it's your favorite customer story because you experienced it yourself and you get to see it in action. That's just so great. I love that.
And by the way, to build on what you just said, because again, people should be skeptical. Not everything out there is good, and that's why we have a guarantee on all of our products. But since people are skeptical, we do put the Kleanbowl Challenge reel up there, also to help encourage people. If they do buy the Kleanbowl and they do the challenge at home and they do a quick and dirty on their smartphone video, if they send us their video, we'll do two things. One, obviously with their permission. One is we will run their dog or their cat with water or food, taking the Kleanbowl Challenge on Kinn's Facebook and or Instagram account. So we'll help make them a social media star, and we'll send them a 50-pack of these refills for free.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
For the effort.
Yeah, so. That's great. That's awesome. We have a question in from our audience. Hi, Mindy. Thanks for being with us today. She says, do you have raised bowls or are these only the, well, it's not just the, she's asking if it's just the insert. So it's not just the insert. It comes with the surrounding metal bowl, right? So it's the whole package.
Yeah.
Do you have them as raised bowls as well? Or is that something maybe you might be working on in future?
Well, it's a great question. The short answer is we do not provide raised bowls today. We have lots of customers that are very creative. And one of them is just doing what I did, was I put it on this box to raise it up to make it more visible for the camera. There are a lot of people out there that use training tables for dog training, like the Blue 9 Climb product.
Right.
So if you can put it up on top of the Blue 9 Climb. And it is very important to certain dogs. So we're not suggesting it's not important at all. But whether it's for food or water, we have very creative clients to just put it up on something else.
Sure. In
and
fact,
you also have the different shapes of the bowls too. So that'll kind of give you a little bit more room to play with as well. So for those flat-faced pups, you have that more shallow kind of profile as well. So you can kind of work with what's going to work best for your dog and then play with how to raise it and how to get the right setup for your particular dog.
Right. With our first dog, we went out and found just a little bench. You know, somebody had just made a little bench with a piece of wood and two little legs, or on the side, just up, maybe a half a foot or a foot off the ground. So because she was a little taller and we didn't want her to have to stoop down, and it worked out just fine. Of course, our bowls didn't have the rubber bottom, so they were spinning all over the place. But yeah, I think you can come up with all kinds of really innovative or fun, unique ideas to get those bowls up off the ground, for sure. But it absolutely would be worth the effort, because these bowls are amazing. They're just amazing. It's crazy.
So I also wanted to ask, because this was sort of a labor of love, and you've talked about these sort of serendipitous moments throughout where you find things that just work well. What's been your biggest surprise in your journey so far?
Well, like probably every entrepreneurial company, everything turns out different than you plan. And so there have been lots of surprises. There have been some great positive ones, and there have been some negative ones. I guess what has been eye-opening to me is, my background is in marketing, so I knew it to be true, but I didn't know how hard it's going to be to change behavior, because a lot of this is counterintuitive. When you look at this and you go, you're creating waste, and and so what's interesting is we were blessed to go to school, my two sisters and I. So we went to school, and we were always taught to believe in science, and I'm not a scientist. But so we worked with veterinarians, we worked with other pet care pros, and when you do research and you have science on your side, it's interesting, despite having the stories, the research, the data, even the mind-blowing testimonials from clients or customers, it is hard to change behavior.
Yeah.
And that's probably been one of the challenges. And that's, again, one of the reasons why we're excited about the Kleanbowl challenge is you may not believe me. You may not trust me. We work hard to build trust,
Yeah.
but we're pretty sure that you trust your dog
Yeah.
or your cat. And if your dog or your cat is going to choose to drink water out of our Kleanbowl versus, isn't that something you should listen to?
Yes.
If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
You bet. You bet. Exactly. Exactly. So do you guys have any fun things planned in the future? Like maybe making a bench for the bowls to go up higher? What are the kind of things you're looking for in the future?
Well, there are lots of things, but we have limited time today. We're going to be launching a new website soon. We're going to have to figure out how do we anniversary our top 20 rating by the Pet Sustainability Coalition.
Yeah.
And we're already working on some things, so we're hopeful
That's exciting.
that will be considered again. And then for the viewers, I mean, I mentioned at the beginning of our conversation that pet pill is a chore. We've just recently rolled out a product. I'll show it to you in just a moment. And you might say, well, why did you do that? And it basically, if you have a dog or a cat that doesn't take pills, then it probably doesn't mean much to you. But if you have a dog or especially a cat and you try hiding pills within treats and other things, sometimes it works. And God bless you if it works most or all the time. That's great.
Mhm.
That said, there are a lot of people that use treats and they put the pill in it, and the dog or the cat still consumes all the treat and then spits out the pill.
Yes.
And so the only
familiar with that.
I'm sorry?
I'm very familiar with that.
Oh, okay. And so basically what we were as a team trying to figure out is, well, how do you make it so that the dog or cat cannot physically spit out the pill? And the solution that we came up with, and I'll show you right now,
Yeah. Let's see it.
it's this. Am I getting this? Can
Yep,
you see
yep.
that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so this is, sorry about the angle.
You're fine.
This is a pill crusher, splitter, and concealer. And if you can see right there, there's a blade
Yeah.
and there's a V right here, and you put the pill in here, and then you can split it like this. And this is made out of zinc, so it'll last a lifetime.
Okay.
And then if you don't want to split, but you want to crush, what you do is you flip this over,
Oh.
and then you can crush the pill in here. However, you're saying, Alex, you said you made this foolproof. All we did is crush the pill. We didn't get my dog or cat to take it.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we have these extra thick resealable pouches. And so when you crush the pill inside this pouch, because it's extra thick, you can crush as many times as you need to.
Yeah.
And because it's sealed, the pill isn't going to come out. So what you can do, you crush the pill in here, and then you open this up, and then you can throw in there treats, food, water, a combination of all.
Yeah. Yeah.
You reseal it, you shake it up, kind of like shake and bake.
Yeah.
And now all those little pill particles are now, I won't say millions, but tons of
Yeah. They're just
tiny are now interdispersed amongst the water, the food, the treat. You then dump it out. The dog or cat can't, I mean, they can refuse to eat it, but that typically doesn't happen because you typically choose their favorite treat.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, for example. And because it's in so many little particles, they can't spit it out. So what we did is the short line to this is we made it impossible for the dog or cat to spit out the pill.
That's great.
And so that's called the Kudos VTech, and we're rolling that out now. And we're excited about it. What we're really excited about is when we hear people who have tried, with an intact pill and they never work, but when they crush it and then they mix it and they find out it works, it's great. And we've got multiple pet boarding facilities around the country who are using it, starting to sell it. So that's very exciting to us because that really will help us live even more up to our why of healthier pets create stronger bonds by making more pets healthy.
I love that because I mean I've split pills a bunch of times, just for the dosage, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes they get a half a pill. But I've also tried crushing a pill. And if you can imagine, you've got this little pill or half a pill sitting on a counter, and you've got a spoon that's round, and or a fork or whatever, and bits or pieces are going everywhere, or you just can't get it because the spoon is round and it's sliding all over the place. I love that you have a little bag that you can plop the pill in, put it in your little contraption, your pill crusher, crush it while it's still in the bag, so you know that the right dosage is still there, and then you can mix that in with peanut butter or treats or whatever you want, and you can feel confident that your dog's getting the full amount. Because I can tell you, there's so many times little bits and pieces of sometimes it's just half a pill, and if you lose a chunk of that, that's not the right dose, right? Yeah. So I love that, just all the things you're so mindful about how to get exactly what your dog needs with regards to medication. So I think that's really great. I love that idea. I think it's great.
And we did have another. Sorry,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, we did have another question from Mindy real quick. Can she buy just the inserts? So she was asking between.
Are you talking about this or
the Kleanbowl?
Yeah, you can buy these just the way they come in 50 packs. You don't have to buy this.
Okay.
Getting back to the Kudos pill crusher, just a couple other things, and I hope the first one's clear. Not every pill is crushable, but when your vet prescribes a pill for your dog or cat, you can ask them, can I crush this or not? Right. And there are thousands of medications, so I'm not even going to begin to tell you which ones can and cannot.
Right.
But there are lots of them you can crush. So make sure that you can crush it. The other thing, because some of the viewers might take their dogs and cats to boarding and daycare facilities, another advantage of this is, let's say you're taking your dog to a boarding facility for 5 days. What some pet parents do, is they use this. They crush. Oh, yeah. They take 5 of these, and then they crush 5 different. They have 5 different pouches. Yep. They crush Fido's pill in here. Yep. And then they take all 5 of them, and when they drop off their dog at the boarding facility, they have pre-crushed it, which reduces the margin for error that they're going to give the dog the wrong pill. It's going to increase the odds that your dog or cat's going to take your medicine. And since sometimes that can be a little stressful for them to be boarding, it's also better for them to be sure they're getting their medicine there. If that makes sense.
Right.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
No, I think that's fantastic.
So we've talked about a lot of different products and the Kleanbowl Challenge and some other things, but where should our audience go if they want to learn more about what's going on at Kinn and all the great things that you have coming in the future?
Absolutely. Well, we have a website, and it's kinninc.com, which is spelled KINNINC.com. And they can learn all about the Kleanbowl, the Kudos VTech. They can. There are lots of videos. Again, we recommend that they look at KleanbowlChallenge.com on there.
Yeah, go there and watch that
video. They should be skeptical. So that's one thing. Also, we have I think over 12,000 Facebook fans. But since this audience are just amazing pet lovers, we'd love have any of you start to follow us on Instagram or on Facebook. We'd love to do that. And if you have questions, you can call us. You can email us.
Enter them below, even, right? And we'll get Alex to answer your questions. So if you've got questions, feel free to enter them below. We're happy to. We'll ping Alex and let him know we've got questions for him to answer, and he'll be more than happy to come back and get you what you need. This is exciting. Thank you so much, Alex, for being with us today. Before we leave, we have, I mentioned early on that we've got a lot of fun announcements. I'm like I'm like a kid in the candy store right now, because I'm just so excited about all the wonderful things we get to talk about now for our audience. So first of all, we have our giveaway winner to announce. And the giveaway winner is Megan Fowler. So congratulations, Megan. Yay!
Congrats, Megan.
Now, Alex, tell her what she wins, the starter kit. Explain what the starter kit is for Megan, so she knows what she just won.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, congratulations, Megan. What you won is a Kleanbowl starter kit. And what that is comprised of is you get 2 frames. So you have one for water, one for food, and you get 50 refills. And so what you need to let Hillary or Patty know is which size do you want. There's an 8 ounce, which is for cats and really small dogs. There's 16 ounce. The biggest one is 32 ounce, and then there's a 24 ounce, which is very flat.
Okay.
And we would recommend you go on our website and look at the different sizes to help you make the best decision on the size.
That's great. Yeah, Megan, we'll get in touch with you directly and get your contact information, and then you and Alex can figure out all the details of what size you need and all that, and get it in the mail right away. I'm super excited for you. Oh my gosh, a huge starter kit with all those bowls and everything. I think this is going to be, you're just going to see everything change, right, for the better, which is going to be so exciting. I love that. The other really amazing thing, because Alex has a huge heart for all our dog lovers right out there. So everybody's a winner today. So basically, if you go to kinninc.com, which is again, KINN, N as in Nancy, KINNINC.com, and you go and purchase any of their products, and from now until January 31st, you get free shipping with the coupon code SHIP4, the number 4 free. So SHIP4 free. And you get free shipping until the end of the month. And that's just amazing. Thank you so much, Alex, for doing that.
And we also have a link for that in the description. So wherever you're watching this, you can get a link to that. You can get a link to the Kleanbowl challenge as well. So you can go check that out as well.
Yeah. And then there's one final wonderful thing to talk about as well. And that is, if anybody out there is looking to earn some extra little green stuff, right, to put in your wallet, Kinn also has an affiliate program. So you can earn some money through sales of their products as well, which is, I think, amazing. Like, who wouldn't want a really great side gig to earn some extra cash by promoting what a wonderful product, right? Sustainable, healthy, good for pets, their parents, the planet, all that good stuff, right? And so there's a link for that as well. Easy, quick sign up, super easy to do. The URL, I don't have it with me right now, but it's in, I think it's in our description.
Yep,
so
it's in the description.
The affiliate, sign up for the affiliate program, and you could be earning some extra doggy treats for your pup. So thanks so much, everybody. Again, if you have any questions, leave them below. Share this with anybody that you know, any of the pet parents that you know out there that would benefit from this. I just really think we need to get the world out there to know all the wonderful things that Alex and his team are doing over at Kinn. Just amazing. So much. So thank you for all you're doing, Alex. It's really just huge, huge. You're just helping pets live longer, healthier lives, right? Which that's something.
Thanks to you guys for having us on. We're very grateful for that.
Oh, you bet.
You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Happy to do it. All right. Thanks so much, everybody.